Question is, am I a lawyer? Is Durianrider a lawyer? Definitely not a lawyer. I got a comment here yesterday from someone who is a lawyer, law degree. Someone says, as someone with a law degree, let me explain something to all the naive noobs that are about to find out Easel the Weasel. His video is just asking for money to put Durianrider in prison. This makes no legal sense. A defamation suit is private law, civil, meaning Dr. Evil wins the case, he'll win money from Durianrider, that is all. If he wanted to make a criminal case against Durianrider, public law, which would mean that Durianrider could face jail time, he would not need to hire a lawyer. He would not need a penny. Just like if someone stabs you, you don't need to have a lawyer because the police go and arrest them for stabbing you and they get punished. So this is how dumb people are. They just give money to Dr. Evil, and I'm not going to contact PayPal and say, hey, this is a scam. I'm not going to contact the GoFundMe, whatever it's called, and say it's a scam, because I want these suckers to get gains. I want them to lose their money. I mean, yeah, sure, Dr. Evil probably spent it in KFC or hookers in Beijing, but it is funny seeing all the haters losing their money. Like, it's good. Anyway, so he would not need to ask for donations. Why? Because you go to the police, and if they believe there's something, they will file a report. Charges may be placed, and then a prosecutor will decide if there's enough evidence to go to trial with. Durianrider has not done anything criminal, so Dr. Evil cannot do this. Dr. Evil has no criminal case against Durianrider. Azel barely has a defamation case against Durianrider, which would only result in money. So the only possible scenario in this situation is making Dr. Evil richer, either just with the money that people fund him or the money that he could get from Durianrider. In a 1 in a million chance, he wins a petty defamation suit from me writing a Facebook comment, which I later retracted and apologised for, on his friend's account. I didn't put it on my account, so I didn't put it on YouTube, but he blew it up bigger than it was. But anyway, I'm not a lawyer. Some people are. I don't have a law degree. Some people do, and this is what they write me. I've got another little comment here. Sonic Vegan says, make sure you save all Dr. Evil's videos and comments and as much of his supporters' comment videos and comments as you can. He will have a hard time getting to court with only $5,000. And even then, whoever is on your team will have a great time showing he has not actually been defamed, his support has been increased, and all his case is politically driven. Pretty sure he said in his video the other day that he wasn't even bothered by all of what you had said. Will be interesting to see which court he picks, as defamation is based on an audience. Again, to all of this, he was the one who fueled the fire by making his videos. Best of luck, mate, though I think you won't need it. And this brings me back to, I've been in Supreme Court by multi-millionaires, Kayla, and a business partner, Toby, because I did a couple of YouTube videos saying, hey, I think 1,600 calories a day is wrong, and it can create eating disorders. It can start disordered eating, which can lead to eating disorders. It can create metabolic issues. It can create an unhealthy relationship with food and exercise. And I was passionate about it, and I still believe that today. I put up some videos on YouTube. I didn't use anyone's copyright material. I didn't use any material for that. Just 100% me. No music, no pictures, nothing. Just me. And they took me to court. Supreme Court injunction. Said, take down your videos or you go to prison. Risk going to prison. And I was like, well, no, I don't want to. My videos are still up. My videos are still up because I believe in freedom of speech about important issues like that. I didn't violate anyone's copyright. I didn't, what's the word? It's not malicious. I'm just saying, in the interest of the public, sharing my opinion in the interest of the public, that starving yourself, in my opinion, starving is 1,600 calories a day. That's my opinion. So I shared my opinion. I end up in Supreme Court. People say, you lost, you went to prison, I didn't have to pay any money. Here's the thing, I didn't even have a lawyer representing me in court at any stage. When I was sitting in Supreme Court, nobody was representing me but myself. Actually, a friend did come along. That's another video, another story. He's not a lawyer, he doesn't have a law degree, but he was a Mackenzie friend, and he came along, and he wrote his bite to court as well, and it caused a whole lot of shenanigans in the courtroom. But that's another story. So I went to court with no qualified legal representation, Supreme Court, and I faced off against multi-millionaires who spent $150,000, $200,000, and it didn't even go to trial. I said, I want this to go to trial. I said that on camera to the TV stations. I want this to go to trial. I think this is a great case to let people know that girls, teenagers, young women shouldn't eat 1,600 calories a day, and also eating that plus training. I think it's unhealthy. I'd rather just see people eating cleaner and not get caught up in this bikini body mindset where you can't be confident because you don't look like such and such on a before and after transformation picture. All right? If your goal is to lose weight, and that's fine, but don't think you can't feel good because you don't look like Freely, or you don't look like Kale, or you don't look like, you know, such and such. That's not true at all, because feeling good only happens now, this moment. You can't feel good yesterday. You can't feel good tomorrow. You can't experience that. Does that make sense? You can only feel good now. So confidence comes now. Obviously, you might feel better about yourself if you look a certain way, but there's plenty of people who look at that way who don't enjoy how they look. So my bottom line thing is feel confident now. Appreciate yourself now. Be happy now, because happiness is only ever experienced in the present moment, and happiness is best shared. So I'm not afraid to go into prison. I would prefer not to, though, because I can't make YouTube videos. I can't contribute in prison, really, can I? But I'm not afraid to go back. I'm not afraid to be homeless again. I'm not afraid to be dead broke on welfare collecting cans. I'm not afraid of that at all. Look at the clothes I wear. You know what I mean? Threadbare. Like, I basically get up and I pick up the closest piece of item off the ground that's half clean, and I put it on. Save time. Steve Jobs' philosophy, which I just learned out recently. Steve Jobs wore the same stuff just to save time. I'm not a high fashion guy. I'm not a high maintenance person. Haircut. This haircut cost me 80 baht here in Thailand. I could go in the salon at Maya Mall. So I just rode a mile into the little back crevices of Chiang Mai, found a guy who couldn't speak English, and I just said, like that. And he goes, sat down, 20 minutes later, 80 baht. What's that, $3 bucks or something? $2 or $3? He probably charged me an extra bit. $2 or $3 haircut. You know what I mean? Simple living. I would rather have my freedom to say what I really feel needs to be said than silenced by threats or whatever. That's just me. Gets me into trouble, but I don't really care, because my highest value is contribution. And when that is your highest value, then you're always going to feel inner turmoil if you want to say something, but you're scared financially, or you're scared relationship-wise, or if I feel something needs to be said for the greater good, I'm going to say it. And I'm not afraid to go to prison. I prefer not to. I'm not afraid to go to court. I prefer not to, unless there's some good publicity involved. All right, so all those people who donated to put me in prison, sucked in, you lost all your money, no one's going anywhere. Dr. Evil hasn't even lodged papers against me. He hasn't even shown receipts that he's been paying lawyers. This is all just a sham, in my opinion. And even let's say it was legit, you're going to need a lot more than $5,000 US to take someone to court. We're talking about international stuff here. We're talking about social media stuff here. This is at least $1 million. Isel the Weasel, Dr. Evil, would need to raise about $1 million to even get close to getting a civil court case. But he'd be spending more. I don't even have $1 million, so you're going to spend more money to get something out of me. And even then, it's not even going to happen. But it's easier to fool morons than convince those morons they've been fooled. Donate your money. Put me in prison. Give it your best shot.